The Grand-Am Rolex Series returned to Barber Motorsports Park, and the spectators came out to see round 3 of the Grand-Am Rolex Sports Car Series presented by Crown Royal Cask number 16. Great turnout for the fan walk, the autograph session, and the race, as first-time pole winner Ricky Taylor leads Antonio Garcia to take the green flag for the Porsche 250. 2 hours 45 minutes of racing. Ricky Taylor takes the lead at the drop of the green flag, followed by Memo Rojas. Another first-time pole winner in the GT class sees Jonathan Bomarito put the 70 Speed Source Mazda RX-8 out front, just a fraction of a second ahead of Jordan Taylor in the Racer's Edge Mazda. Jordan Taylor takes the early lead, giving the Taylor brothers first place in both the Daytona prototypes and the GT divisions. Tracy Crone takes the ride through the gravel and into the barrier. Damaged superficial. Crone was able to continue. Antonio Garcia has a ride after contact with another car. Cuts down a tire. He spins. That car also was able to continue. Not so lucky was the number 99 Gainsco Bob Stallings Racing Chevrolet Riley, which goes up in a cloud of smoke with John Fogerty at the wheel just moments after he completed the 30 minutes necessary to drive. That car was out of the race. Huge implications for our 2009 Daytona Prototype champions. Memo Rojas works his way through traffic to take the lead, which he will turn over to co-driver Scott Pruitt as they look for their second consecutive victory. And here's Rojas working on his pass for the lead. Here's a spin by Craig Stanton in the number 44 Magnus Racing Porsche. That car was also able to continue. This GT battle sees Paul Edwards spin to the outside after he and the Whelen Corvette had contact with the Daytona prototype. SunTrust Racing's Max Angelelli has contact and he spins. The car suffered damage and was out of the race. Another championship blow for one of our top contenders as Angelelli and Ricky Taylor finished 12th in the Daytona prototypes. Fight for the lead in GT. John Edwards has it in the number 68 Speed Source Mazda, but Jeff Siegel gets around to go out front for the number 69 FXDD Mazda. Both of them are Speed Source cars. Speed Source won the first 2 races of the 2010 season. At the end, it's Scott Pruitt. Second place finisher, the Rolex 24, backs up his victory at Homestead Miami Speedway by winning the Porsche 250 to open up a 9-point lead in the standings. In GT, it's the FXDD Mazda, Emil Asentado, Jeff Siegel score their second consecutive victory, giving them 3 in the last 7 races.
But seriously, congratulations. Another win for you guys. And this one, it looked easy.
It was unbelievable, and I got to say a shout-out to Trevor, the guy that changes the left front. Unfortunately, he twisted his ACL. So, Trevor, we're thinking about you. Hi to my family at home. Memo did a great job. All the Timex guys, Ganassi guys. It was awesome. The car worked really well all day long. As soon as we put it on the track, it was great. So it's great to be back here at Barber and nice to be here in these nice conditions.
And you certainly controlled the pace at the end, but Memo and I were talking about the second set of tires that he had and a changing handling of the car when it was out there. Did that come back on the set of tires that you had, or was the car good from the get-go?
The car was good from the get-go. The biggest thing you had to be careful was there was so much rubber out there, and if you got into it, it really made the car pretty spooky. There was a lot of times you'd actually drop rubber off and you'd pick it up, and it was kind of the same sort of phenomena that we had at Daytona. It'd take 2 or 3 turns to get that stuff off and get it going again. But car worked great, and it's a nice win. Memo did a great job, man.
Well, we talked about the mystery of the changing track conditions. It looks like these guys solved it.
Well, it was Pruitt and Rojas going back-to-back in DP, and it's Siegel and Asentado going back-to-back in GT. Jeff, what a run. It was a battle back there in GT.
Yeah, it was a battle about 45 minutes into the race, so definitely everybody wanted it, that's for sure, and we just tried to keep our noses clean, and I wasn't sure what the car had. We had never really done a long run in practice, so we were as surprised as everybody else, but the car was fantastic. We just kept the tires under us, and everybody did their job, and that's what it takes to keep doing this.
Emil, you and Jeff got 2 wins last year. Now you get back-to-back victories in just round 3 of this year. What is this team figured out? How are you guys clicking?
It's just working. We're working all the time. Team's pushing it. We're constantly changing the car. we didn't think we were going to do that well this weekend. We had a bad start to the weekend. We missed an entire day of practice on Thursday. Friday we had a half hour in the car. I didn't qualify well. We didn't know what we had, but when the second set of tires went on today in the yellow, I was in the car. I knew we had a winning car there. It was fantastic.
Well, the 69 goes back-to-back, and Speed Source goes 3 in a row.